Hi, this is going to be a quick video tutorial on the leaf hover that you'll see in Any% and Any% No MSS. This video is going to be kind of in a weird format because I remade my Deck Tree cutscene skip tutorial. So my old one that had this and the hover together is kind of, I kind of want to move on from that, but I like the leaf hover section that I had in that. So I'm going to be separating that section and making it its own video. So this is going to be a just re-upload of that, but the reason why I'm introducing it strangely like this is because I want to have some sort of introduction that I didn't have back then because it was part of another video. So the rest of this is just going to be me from like a year ago explaining this because I thought it was fine. There'll be a couple of small cuts here and there where I added small additional information I thought that I didn't do well on previously, but in general I'm happy with this. So I'm now going to play it. Yeah, enjoy.
Okay, hover time. So basically, you get the cutscene skip, you come back up here, and you damage down. Usually you damage down before you even do all this with the Octorok outside. You can also use your bombs here. Doesn't really matter. This hover is definitely probably, I guess, the hardest in the run of Any%, because like the only other one is like Morph hover. That's not bad. It's nice and short. I guess if you do PD skip, you do like a chain of hovers. Those are kind of annoying. So yeah, I assume you're not doing PD skip if you're learning this right now. But yeah, it's not that bad. So basically, this is like the general setup that most people use. I'll kind of explain real quick. So kind of what's explained on the text is that you kind of get in this position and target, so you're facing this like wall, I guess, this little small wall. And you can stand within a range here. With this kind of being the leftmost and this being the rightmost. Kind of explain the bottom down here. The faster and riskier you want, the more left you want to go, and the more safer you want to play, you go towards the right. But the safety comes at a cost of time. It takes a little bit longer, but I feel like if you're not the greatest masher in the world, there's no problem in just going to the right and saving yourself the trouble of just messing up the trick and kind of wasting the time you saved from doing the cutscene skip. That kind of always sucks when like you get the cutscene skip and you fail the hover. It's just like, what was the point of doing the cutscene? You get mad, you know, it's kind of annoying. So yeah, so I'd recommend going towards the right, and I'm going to show you from the right because I feel like that's kind of the point of a tutorial. You know, you want to show the nicest way. So I go towards the right, kind of line up the body, like the right part of this body of Link with like the angle, like the edge right here. And then you want to backflip twice, and then walk back a little bit. And then now, assuming I am at quarter of a heart right now, I'm using cheats, so I am at a quarter of a heart. You want to be at a quarter of a heart. You place the bomb and slash it. There's some hovers where you don't want to slash it. Use weight, but this one you can slash it, it's fine.
Just to clear up some misconceptions, you want it to be a neutral slash. Target slashing will give you a different angle. In addition, there are some alternatives to the 2 backflips and a slight walk back. You can also do 3 backflips into a buffered quickspin, or you can do a slash against the wall into 2 backflips, I believe. Yes, those are alternatives. And make sure to do a neutral slash.
And then you start the hover. I assume you know how to lift off and hover. Hovering is annoying sometimes. Lift off is annoying sometimes. Basically, you get the hover starting. And this is where it kind of fits. What I like to think of it as like splitting the 3 phases of the hover. Kind of like a fast, slow, fast type of thing. So basically, this hover is like trying to get as high as you can, using the tree and the environment to our advantage to like manipulate our position and timing, and then getting to the leaf eventually. So the first phase is like you want to mash super fast because you got to get like to a certain point of the tree before you start touching the tree. Because if you're too low, you'll just slide off the left, and it's kind of dumb. I'll kind of explain it when we get there. So basically, you just want to mash as fast as you can. As you can see, I'm not the greatest mash in the world, but I still make it because I was on the right. But when I say the bend of the tree, I don't mean this bend because that's way too low. I mean this second bend that's appearing right here, like right here. You want to try to get like either like to here or above the bend, like in this. You want to get like touch the tree like in this area. That's good. That's how high you want to get before you start touching it. So it's mash as fast as you can to get in this area. Very important. If you go too far right of the initial position and try to be like quote unquote safer, you'll hit this and you'll go off the right side. That really sucks if you do that. So try to stick with like the position I had is like the rightmost you go. And yeah, that you don't want to go too far right. That's bad. So basically now we're going to turn into phase 2. You basically want to stay along. You want to like ride along and grind against the tree to get to where you want to go, without messing up. So as you hover on this, you'll kind of notice you tend to go up left if you mash slow, and kind of like less, like you go more upward if you mash fast. So you kind of want to balance a casual mash of not too slow, not too fast, because if you go too fast, you'll go just kind of more upward and slide off the right. If you go too slow, you'll go up left and you'll eventually slide off the left. So you kind of want to find a nice balance, and that's where going to the right helps. It gives you more of a leeway distance between here and there. So like if you're mashing too slow, you won't fly off the side. Very important. So yeah, you want to mash casually to a point where you just kind of stay centered on the tree, adjusting back and forth. So you're doing this, and you get to the second bend in the tree right here. It's kind of hard to see, but there's like a sharp like edge or vertex right here. I think edge. And when you get to this point, like this is where phase 3 happens. You want to slow mash position yourself so that you're on the left side of this. If you go too fast, when you get to this point, you'll go off to the right. But that's fine. You can just drop back down a little bit and start mashing again to go up left, and you'll be fine. You can fix it. So yeah, if you ever are going too fast and you realize it, you can always just stop mashing for a little bit or mash slower, fall down a little bit, reposition, and go more leftward. Don't drop too far down. That can also mess you up. You might just slide off the left eventually. But yeah, so this is phase 3. Where now we're going to go back to, once you get in this position of the left side, you want to go back to fast mashing because the platform's still a little bit above you. You still have to get up there. So as you can see, once you get on that left side, you start mashing really, really fast again. If you mash faster, you can ride along that longer, and then you get it here. And now you're kind of in the home stretch. You can start mashing slow again, and you kind of just want to like slowly time it so that you're above the leaf as it's sliding to the left again, and just drop right on top of it. Bam. Now be careful. You can miss it. You can go over it and go past it, or if the leaf is like swaying all the way to the right, it's really stupid, and you like not touch it from the top. It's kind of dumb. But yeah, you just want to time it. Make sure you're paying attention. It's not over yet. You gotta get the leaf at least, you know. So don't get too excited. Don't want to waste all the time of hovering by missing the leaf. It's really painful when that happens, and it's really stupid. So don't do that. Yeah, and that's that.
Just another quick PSA. Usually at the end of this hover, you would want to save warp and leave. However, there's one little thing you might want to be aware of, because you have to save warp, you have to pause before you hit the ground and die. There is an instance where you can frame perfectly pause the moment you land, and you'll hear Link die, but you'll be in the pause screen and able to still save warp. If you save warp in that instance, you will crash. So if you pause, hear Link die, what you want to do is death warp to avoid that. I'm not sure why it happens, it's just something to be aware of. I mean, if you're too late to pause, you'll just die anyways, so yeah, you'll want to death warp in that case too.
And real quick, I will show an alternate setup that I used to do. Real quick. So instead of doing the position setup like last time, you can also do this. I don't do this anymore because it's safer. I think it gives you more time, and it gives you like a kind of better angle, so that you're like more on like top of the leaf, not like on the top, like not to the side of it, so you don't have to like time it as well. But it's really slow because the angle that you're riding against the tree is different, and like you have to match a lot slower to ensure that you don't go off the right and like stay in the center. It's kind of annoying. But what you do is like you target this wall, side hop left once, and backflip once, and then to get the angle, you kind of like mess around with this little triangle right here. That's about what I used to go for, and that's pretty safe. If you go further right, it's safer. If you go further left, it's harder, similar to the other one. And I think that's it. Can't really think of anything else. I'll rewatch this to make sure I covered everything. But yeah, that's it. If there's anything that's not clear, feel free to comment, tell me, or like join the Wind Waker Discord and ask questions. I'll happily take feedback. I want to know if this is good enough, and yeah, I'll try to make more of these in the future. Peace out.